Ellen DeGeneres, you might have heard, has broken her silence over complaints that her show created an alleged toxic work environment. So in a letter to her staff, Ellen said she intended her show to be a, quote, place of happiness. She also said, as we've grown exponentially, I've not been able to stay on top of everything, and I've relied on others to do their jobs as they knew I'd want them done. Clearly, some didn't. That will now change, and I'm committed to ensuring this does not happen again. An internal investigation also found deficiencies in the show's day-to-day management, and staffing changes have been made right away. Again, we want to make sure you know these are all allegations. Lindsay, what's your take on the apology? Do you think it went far enough?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know anybody that particularly worked at Ellen's show. I heard rumors of people that have worked there in the past. I'm glad that she's apologizing and addressing it because they've been ignoring it for a long time. I know that, speaking of Beyonce, she always talks about, as a leader of a company, she's not trying to be nice, she's trying to be fair. And so perhaps if Ellen was being fair in the beginning and then that turned into a leadership regime that was just straight up mean to people, that's not okay. But I would say, as somebody who is a production company owner with just 5 employees, you know, I think that I take away from all the horrendous work experience or leaders that I've had in the past, and I learn what not to do. And so hopefully Ellen takes this as a learning experience and really learns what not to do. In order to have a most successful show, you got to have happy staff and people that promote the show and work on the show.
That's true. You're nodding. Erica, how do you feel about it?
You know, I think it's important that we have these conversations because a lot of people feel this way. You know, you go to work and you're either unappreciated or you're underappreciated. And in the case of the Ellen production, that's got to be extremely demoralizing to feel that way when people think that you work at the happiest place on earth, because Ellen's show had gotten that reputation. So after a while, if you don't fix what's broken in the system and the culture of your company, then it grows. And it becomes more exponential to the point where, you know, 20, 30 people are now ousted because of the breakdown in the system. It's like, it's so easy to just fix a problem as you see it, but there's so many egos involved, especially in an industry like entertainment, because there's a sense that people should be grateful just to be there. Like, don't bite the hand that feeds you. But I think that companies need to understand that we're feeding each other. Yeah, you know, the companies need employees, and employees need the company. This is a contractual agreement.
Yeah, it's a symbiotic, or supposed to be a symbiotic relationship. Some of you are writing in, which I appreciate. Air Benez Tusis, I love Ellen. My opinion is she's being wrongfully persecuted. She's being tried in a court of public opinion as well. And a lot of people say, I've always loved Ellen, and I will always love Ellen. And that's great. Ellen made me become a stand-up comic. I loved Ellen from her stand-up, from Johnny Carson. First woman brought up to the desk, okay, with Johnny Carson. However, I've spent 10 to 11 years in Los Angeles, and I wasn't a big shot. And I knew of rumors from interns and pages and other people who worked there that it was a allegedly horrendous place to work. If I knew that, Ellen knew that. And if she left it to people, then shame on her for that. You either knew and didn't do anything, or you didn't know and you weren't involved enough. So I'm saying now the NPR has just broke, and so does BuzzFeed News. 36 employees are alleging now sexual misconduct from an executive producer who has denied those allegations. But I'm not putting up with this. I don't think the apology is enough. I think you knew or you didn't know, and either way, not good. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, Tori.
Thank you.
Well, that's that, Tori.
Bottom line. Well, tell us how you really feel.